What's the deal, my people? Teflon, the builder, with another Game of Thrones Season 8 video. And the Jaime Lannister, Nikolaj himself, just spoiled the ending of Game of Thrones Season 8 on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Now, before we get into this, my people, I will ask you to do one thing if you can. Please hit that thumbs up button. We're trying to get to 500 likes before 24 hours to trigger the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified anytime I drop a new Game of Thrones video. Now, we have waited 2 long years for the return of Game of Thrones, and it is upon us, people. We are a couple of days away. Not that much longer. Now, personally, I don't even want to go outside. I don't want to do anything to risk my life because I'm just trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that many of y'all feel the same way. Now, actors spoiling things, this is nothing new. You can ask all Avengers fans, and we know that Mark Ruffalo, this man cannot keep his mouth shut. He spoils everything all the time, and they got him under lock and key because he has spoiled so many different things for Avengers Infinity War.
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
No. Hey, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah. Can we?
Now, my pops used to always tell me Teflon. Well, he didn't call me Teflon, but you know what I mean. Teflon. You can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. And that's what it seems like Mark tried to do right there. And it seems like when they get on these talk shows, maybe it's the fact that they've known the ending for such a long time. It's been 2 years, so he's known this for a very long time. He's held it in so long, and you know he's told people. He can say he hasn't told people, but come on, man. People can't keep secrets, and if you knew something for 2 years, you wouldn't be able to hold it in yourself. You know you're a kiss and a teller. You know you are. That's what a lot of people are, right? So let me explain to you exactly how it went down. This cat goes on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and she asks him a very simple question, but it's pretty hard to explain Game of Thrones to a fan who doesn't know anything about Game of Thrones in 30 seconds. And I think it's the time. I think if she would have gave him more time, he wouldn't have opened his big mouth. But I think the fact that he was timed and he was truly trying to push it out as fast as he can, I think that's why this came out. And that is what we're going to talk about right here. So here we go. You listen for yourself and you be the judge. Did he spoil?
There's a boy who's lost his way in life. He needs help, and this guy, Jaime Lannister, helps him. He pushes him out a window. He falls to his ground. He realizes, I have to do something with life. He becomes the three-eyed raven, this magical creature who can foresee the future, look back, and help save the world.
What I heard right there is not only did this one-handed sister fucking bandit try to take credit for everything that happened in Game of Thrones. Like he's the reason why the world was going to be saved by his actions. He basically said straight up that it's Bran Stark that is going to save the world. Now, maybe some people thought that. I thought Bran would have a big role to play. I didn't need him to say that. But this confirms to me, without a doubt, that Bran is the target of the Night's King. Since the Night's King actor came out and said that he does have an actual target, I would say it's safe to assume right now, due to this man's language, that it is Bran Stark. Some people may have thought it was Jon Snow. Some people may have thought it was Daenerys. But nope, it's 100% from this man's comments. Take it to the bank. The Don is telling you so right now that it's without a doubt Bran Stark. And now we know that Bran Stark is going to save the world. It's his actions in the end that will ultimately lead to the defeat of the Night's King. Now that does kind of throw out Bran Stark being the Night's King out in the water, right? Throws that theory out a little bit. Not entirely. I could still see that happening, but it does kind of put a little monkey wrench in that bitch, right? So that plot line may have to be rethunk a little bit, but it does say that Bran Stark, or should I say Jaime Lannister, says that Bran Stark is going to save the world, right? So whatever Bran does, that's going to be the cause of the Night's King defeat. It's not going to be Jon Snow. It's not going to be Daenerys and the dragon. It's 100% going to be Bran Stark. He's going to save the day, but how is he going to save the day? Now, another key thing that Jaime Lannister, Nikolaj, said here was that Bran Stark has the ability, the power, the magical powers to look back, but he did say to look forward. We have not seen Bran look into the future yet. We haven't seen that, right? So he definitely spoiled that right there. If you want to say, oh, he didn't really spoil anything, he definitely spoiled saying he could look into the future. Now, we all know from the books and suspected he could do it, but he has not done that in the show yet. So it's going to be key, whatever he sees in the future, to help him defeat these White Walker army. That's the way I take it, and that's what it seems like he said to me. Look forward and look back. He said that, right? So we have to see, and we will see, Bran Stark look forward, and maybe something in the future can tell him exactly how to beat the Night's King, or maybe he's going to see the future of Daenerys and Jon's kids or something like that. But I don't know. I think it has something to do with defeating the Night's King. You put it in the comment section and let me know. What do you think Bran's going to see when he looks into the future? Now, not tooting my own Valyrian glyph horn here, I think that Don has come out with that answer in my video, The Fall of the Night's King. Check that out, and I'm telling you, from what this dude said, it clearly points out in my video that I made a little while back how it's going to end for the Night's King and how Bran Stark is going to defeat him. And I think Jaime's helped me on that one, so thank you, Big Mouth Jaime. I appreciate that. Now, before you cats in the comment section try to come at the Don, I know, and I'm the one who predicted this over 3 years ago when we seen the image that the shadow flying over King's Landing was the Night's King and his dragon. I said that's what's going to happen, so that could be considered a future shot that we haven't seen yet. So yes, that may be one future shot, but I do believe that it's going to be something else better than that we're going to see. And if you like how the Don does it, just know that every Sunday we have the pregame show, the original Game of Thrones pregame show, jumping off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're there. I'm giving away gifts. I'm talking Game of Thrones Monopolies, music boxes, Game of Thrones wrist games every week, and you'll receive it within a week, guaranteed. Check me out on that show, and you will be able to participate in the show and with my guests. Interact live, and all you're going to need is a cell phone to do it. So make sure you're there. You let me know in the comment section, did Nikolaj spoil the ending of Game of Thrones, or was it a setup like we see Maisie Williams do? You let me know. Until next time, peace, and stay sexy.